Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman.
And I'm the captain.
And
Could you put your amp
here.
on standby, do you think, please?
I could do, but you don't like that gentle purr of a JCM 800 T203.
It's so nice. So, we're going to do a pedal demo. I can't even speak. We're going to do a pedal demo.
Do you know why that is?
Why is that?
We both had a hay fever tablet. It's a bit hay fevery. So if we look like we're about to pass out, then that's probably the reason. Narcotics.
We've been doing a brand of pedal called Rockett for about 7 or 8 months now, and I'll be completely honest with you. I'd never even really heard of Rockett until all that sort of furore came about the Archer.
I've heard of J-Bomb.
I've heard of J-Bomb. Who's J-Bomb?
Cheers.
So basically, a Rockett, is that what we're saying? A Rockett is basically a bit like a J-Bomb, but it sort of goes as it goes.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's already gone bad.
Immediately, any chance of Rockett reposting this video is gone. Anyway, they did the. Those were the guys that did the Archer last year, which was a hugely popular
was that a
pedal,
clone
which
thing?
they basically said was essentially a clone, and due to some sort of falling out with the guys that, anyway, whatever, go and read internet forums about that. Anyway, they had about a dozen other pedals in their range. They've been making pedals since 2006 out in America. 2 guys basically that started this company, and I just thought, you know, some of the demos where we try and do 12 pedals in one demo gets a bit over the top, so I just pick out 4 different drive pedals from their range.
Yeah.
Not the Archer. You'll be probably pleased to hear, as I think YouTube is full of Archer videos.
Yes.
So we've got an Animal, a 10-ton hammer, a WTF, which perhaps doesn't stand for what you think it might do, but we all
Or it
thought
could do.
did. Or it could do.
It could stand for whatever you think it should stand for,
Yes.
really.
And a Tim Pearce overdrive, which is a signature pedal for the very talented and hardworking Tim Pearce. So we're going to start with no particular reason with the 10-ton hammer. Now, 10-ton hammer is basically a 1980s hair metal rock pedal. That's the whole point. It's designed to sound like all those over-the-top kind of gain sounds from the 80s.
You say over the top, Lee, but of course in the 80s it wasn't over the top. Nothing was over the top.
Do you think so? It was quite understated, was it? You know, sort
Well, I
of
saw a
Motley
band
Crue
recently called Pearl Necklace, and they, you know, had that kind of vibe, and I thought, you know what? Although they smelt quite bad and they looked a bit weird.
They just didn't get the breaks, did they, Pearl Necklace?
No, they never got the break.
You know, but they're still around.
They are
still around. Still around. Big in Japan, apparently.
No,
anyway,
Belgium.
Big
in
huge
Belgium.
in Belgium and Japan, and I think
they played for the Luxembourg army.
Wow.
A couple of years ago, actually.
In the officers' mess.
All 10 of them. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
This is a lead pedal to me. I've dialed it in already. As you can see, this is my dialings.
So Rob kind of, I think Rob was trying to get a sound that you would
like,
that you would use in your genre of music, whereas perhaps some of the tones in here just
wait, let us tell them the rig.
The rig is
MO1 Swamp Ash.
Yeah.
Standard issue.
Marshall JCM 800 2203 standard issue.
Yes. So a lot of cables on the floor.
Reverb through the effects loop.
Just a Hall of Fame.
Standard. And a delay, reverb, and a flashback. So we've.
Have I got a flashback?
You have, yeah, absolutely.
Bring in the flash.
So
back.
And this is just our very
standard
clean
on
sound.
Let me level that delay just back a touch. There you go.
Cool. Going into a regular 1960 cabinet, and anyway, here is a 10-ton hammer. Hammer to fall. Now, as Rob pointed out further, it has a tendency to go a bit de la fizz, we think, if we do this. But do you know what? Because you guys out there will just want to hear this, if you wouldn't mind just playing an extended piece of sort of 80s rock chugger, more chug than lead, I think. I'll just noodle with the knobs and buttons so you can see what it does. Can you do that Steel Panther thing that you know?
Oh yeah, sure.
What did you want me to, what were you going to say?
I was going to say something about what? Carrot's
Cool.
But you know where it really comes into its own?
Where's that?
Is your kind of Guns N' Roses-y wah-wah solo stuff.
Shout,
if you back the ganache just a bit.
It's nice with the bass, and there's a little notch
There
right
is
at
a
the end
notch.
of the bass thing that sort of adds fatness, which I liked.
But check
anyway.
this out. It likes a wah.
Yeah,
I think
do you know what?
something smooths the fizz out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't mind this.
Is that a
little pedal.
pony being fed?
It is a pony being fed.
Feed the pony.
Now, just a little aside on J Rockett stuff. Feel the weight of one of those pedals.
Oh, it's heavy.
It's a heavy pedal, isn't it?
Yes.
Because what they also do is
They fill them with sand.
They're filled with sand and lead lining. So basically, if you need to hide somewhere from the FBI or from kryptonite,
You're best
you can
inside
build-
one of these.
Yeah, you build either build a whole room out of them. But yeah, they're really they're probably like the heaviest pedals that I think we sell. God, feel this. You can even hear that. Listen, look.
Oh!
Whoa!
I'm deaf in one ear.
That's like really heavy. Anyway, so that's a 10-ton hammer. We're going to take a short intermission, get yourself an ice cream, and we'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay,
So,
awesome.
the animal.
It is indeed.
And I want animal. I just don't know that one. Oh, da-na-na-na-na.
Hang on.
Because it's called the animal, and therefore we thought we'd go a bit of leopard.
Well,
on it.
I only knew the first line of that song. Is it? What is it? And I want.
I don't know.
'Cause I need. And
I
need.
just can't. Whoa, whoa.
Anyway, so the animal. This was a bit of instant gratification as we turned this on, because this is don't go. Oh, not another Marshall Plexi clone, but yes,
That's great.
it's another Marshall Plexi.
Although we
clone.
are marshalling into a Marshall.
Yeah, but we're not marshalling into a Plexi.
No.
And it has got that nice guttural kind of raw sort of tone of older Marshalls. So here is our clean tonage.
I like that little explosion it makes. I just would like to try imagining this is a rhythm channel and adding a spark on top.
where we were.
Really well.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That works great.
We went from that to that.
So then we got clean channel.
That sounds great. Anyway, look, can you do some chuggaroo again? You
Yeah.
can either do that sort of.
I thought you were gesticulating to stop, so I stopped mid-riff.
No, that was great.
But that,
Snarl
I
is-
wish
is-
this was a double pedal and that was on a non-latching switch, because that's your feedback button.
It's a great. Little...
Let's do a demonstration where you
I
add it
play?
in and take it out.
I want to play.
Hold on, so. That's great.
He's a pro. He's a pro. Can I play the dirty?
He's a lady.
The dirty Strat. I'll just play it. You can find me a tone that you like.
All right, bro. Found it. Hold a note and I'll put the start in.
Okay. Oh, I've got my mid boost here.
Did you learn that tap from Wildebeest?
I did, yes. Wildebeest showed me that last time he was in Guildford.
He's a generous man of spirit.
That's a pedal.
That's a rhythm channel. That's a whole crunch channel.
That's an everything pedal. That's a just basically make nice dirty noise pedal. Okay. What we've had an ice cream now, so what would you need next? Probably cup of tea, and maybe a wee.
Yes.
In two.
What the?
What the
What the fuzz?
What the fuzz? The fuzz, you fuzz. Yes, my favourite named pedal is the WTF, the What the Fuzz from J Rockett. So 2 buttons, an on and an off button, and a boost button.
Yes.
And then we've got some fuzz and some gain and some volume and a boost level.
This drives through the boost. and gives you a lot of the low end and depth that you would require. So if you just use it on its own, although it does boost, it sounds a bit weak.
Does it? Shall I just
do
a sort of a...
So like, I'll bypass it. Here's the amp. That's the boost.
Do you know what? Fuzz pedals are one of those things that are completely alien to me, and I instantly kind of hear them and go, I don't know if I really like this, but then somehow you just go, there's a vibe and a style and everything, and all of a sudden a fuzz just becomes magic. You should play.
The thing about fuzzes is they can sound really good or really bad at the touch of a button.
And actually it's the guitar and the amp and everything can just mess it all up. One of the things that I wanted to say on this is it's quite unusual to find a fuzz pedal that's actually got fuzz and gain as two separate kind of component elements. So I'm guessing if we...
That's almost like a bit crush, you know?
If we now again, don't complain about that, it's supposed to do that. So if I bung the gain up but the fuzz down and then reverse it and see...
Like a bit of that.
It's one of, as I said,
naughty.
If you've never bought a fuzz pedal before and you fancy getting into the world of fuzz, just
do it.
Don't think about
do it.
Don't think I'm just buying another overdrive pedal. It's just a fuzz this time. It's completely different and freaky and weird and glorious.
Do it.
Anyway. That's the what the fuzz, motherfucker.
With the fuzz. That sounded exactly like something from what was that comedy program set in New Zealand that was really funny? Flight of the
Conchords.
Like Did you watch that?
No, but I've never.
I'm a rhinoceros. My rams is bottomless. That was brilliant. Thumbs up for Flight of the Conchords. And also shout out to a bunch of YouTubers I really like at the moment. Andrew Huang. If you haven't seen Andrew Huang or Rob Scallon, go check him out. And also Lindy Beige. I like a bit of Lindy Beige. He's great.
I got a pair of Lindy Beige trousers, I think.
Have you?
Right. So hang on. You've had your ice cream, had a cup of tea. Don't know we like that. Must be time for.
Hello. I'm just in front of a camera at Andertons. Yes. Wicked. Alright. Bye. Bye.
Welcome back.
Whoa! Whoa!
I hope you wiped. and wash your hands.
You hope they're what?
Wiped.
Oh, they're white. They've wiped. Okay.
So,
Do you know who Tim Pearce is?
well, let's be fair. Tim Pearce he was voted one of the top 10 session guitar players of all time by Guitar World.
I was going to say, if you don't know who Tim Pearce is, it doesn't matter because Madonna, Michael Jackson, Seal, and everyone else knows.
His CV is kind of like, I was going to read out his CV, but it'd just be quicker to go, name 3 guitar players, and they'll be name 3 bands, and they'll be the only 3 bands in the world he hasn't played with. But yeah, hugely hard-working and
Deicide.
in demand.
Endless Flesh Trench.
Yeah, and go on, there's 2.
God-sized.
So close. To be honest, he's played with all 3 of those.
Ah, you're kidding me.
Yeah,
I'll let Gav know.
So, the Tim Pearce overdrive pedal is designed around his favourite guitar amplifier, which is a slightly unknown, well, not terribly well-known brand of amps called a Naylor SD60. And what Tim asked J Rockett to do in the pedal was allow him to switch on and off the preamp kind of tone of that amplifier. So you've got a level, a drive, a bass, and a tone control, which are activated using this button. And then this button over here allows you to just push in that kind of power amp drive and compression that you would get when you gun a valve amp quite hard. So it's quite an interesting sort of pedal. Again, I know a few guys that have bought these. It's one of those sort of in the know drive pedals that all the kind of lots and lots of sort of good guitar players that I know have sort of bought this pedal. Anyway, so we're both gonna have a little bit of a noodle on this. We start off with the preamp side. Here we go. If I pop the power amp button in, you'll hear the extra sort of juiciness of this. So here we go. Keep going. And I have seen people also using this pedal with another drive pedal in front of it, so they're almost using this as
really?
Yeah, so they're
Should we
using
do that
this.
now?
What have you got? Your spark down there? Let's
Yeah.
just see what happens with that. So here we go. Before you do that, can you just let me see if the power amp on its own does something? So it's just a 2-button, so you can just have the power amp drive section if you want on its own, or the preamp section on its own, or both together. So it's kind of cool. But so if we just set this up as if we just had like a guitar amp tone, and then Rob can use the spark over the top to sort of, hit.
That sounds great.
It does sound a bit sick.
The diminished bit sounded even better with that one.
Let me play. I like it.
Ha!
I like it. I like it. Pardon me. Let me just see this. natural fat sound.
Sounds great.
Doesn't it?
I really like that.
I really like it.
This guy knows what he's talking
To
about.
be totally honest with you, this demo just got better and better and better, didn't it? It started
did.
off with the 10-ton hammer, which was kind of like, meh, you know, it does a tone of an era that kind of cool. The animal sounded incredible. The fuzz just is a heap of fuzz fun. And then the Tim Pearce is just like,
Creme de la creme.
that is a great sound.
Really good pedal. From an experienced guy who clearly knows what he's doing, in
Absolutely.
a company that clearly listened.
Absolutely.
Which I enjoy a great
Yes.
deal.
And
Wow.
there we go. So look, as I said, there's a bunch of other...
Wait.
Wait.
We've got to go marks out of 10.
We do this so intermittently.
Well, no,
Okay.
you don't and I do, whenever I feel like it.
All right.
I want to say Tim Pearce, marks out of 10, 9.
Yeah, I'm going for that genre of just a bit of a do everything kind of pedal. I'm going 9 as well.
I'm going to go...
That's my next favourite one.
I'm going to go like... If you're playing lead, 7.
I'm going 6.
If you're playing rhythm, 6.
Yeah, I'm going harsh 6.
This was brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that 8.
Yes.
And I think if you like fuzz, although this has a lot of competitors, I would give this a solid 7.5.
Yeah, I would probably go. I might. It's a difficult one. This is because one of the things I haven't told you, Rob. These are all quite expensive.
Oh.
So these are at the higher end of what you'd expect to pay for a.
Well,
pedal.
how much is this?
I know that these are all somewhere between sort of 150 and 200 pounds. I
that's
think
not
the
that
Tim
expensive.
Pearce might be a little bit dearer than that because it's
Well, it's
obviously an
worth
artist
it.
model.
It's Tresemme.
But I would still give this one a 9. So that sounds great. It's these two. I kind of want to say that really, in terms of just Marshall-y plexi sounding pedals, I've never really heard anything that I thought was significantly better than that. So I'm going to give that probably even a solid 8, despite the fact that it's quite expensive. The fuzz is. I think fuzz is such a weird sound. You can actually get some really cheap fuzzes that kind of do that whole fuzz thing
Like
and still
the
sound kind of
Fox
cool.
fuzz from,
all that kind of stuff. And because fuzz is one of those. Such a personal.
It's a broken sound.
It's a personal thing, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
like some people just get it and some people don't. So I might mark that one down a little
For
bit.
me, the best here is this. And if it's a couple
Yeah.
hundred quid, it's well worth it.
Yeah. So
Really,
there you go.
really is.
Well, look, we've done some 10 out of 10 stuff. You know, or some marks out of 10 stuff. So look, I hope you've enjoyed, you know, Squire Strats and Chapman guitars and Marshall amps and J Rockett guitar amps and a Monkey Lord and an old Duffer.
Take it easy.
So bye.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
If I bung the gain up with the fuzz down and then reverse it. If I bung the gain up with the fuzz down and then reverse it. It's then I had up with the onion egg and
Whoa!
I'm gonna fall!
Do it!
If I bung the gain up with the fuzz down and then reverse it. What the first? Gain up, fuzz down, up, down, gain up. It's all British.